G'day guys, and welcome to this episode of Aussie English Video Breakdowns. Today I'm not going to break down the video line by line. It's more going to be showing you the video and then highlighting a few of the phrases to listen out for and give you a bit of a definition, an easier definition of what these things mean. So the story today is a news story from Tasmania, and Tasmania is the state off the mainland of Australia. It's the only state that isn't on the mainland. It's an island, a small island in the southeast area of Australia. And there's been a lot of flooding down there recently. So there's been a lot of rain over the east coast of Australia. And as a result, a lot of water has ended up in the rivers in the top of Tasmania, so in the northern part of Tasmania. So in this video, you're going to hear about the major city in the north there called Launceston, as well as the Mersey River and that area. And you're going to hear from some dairy farmers, a senator, and a CEO from the Tasmanian Farmers Growers Association. So I'm going to play the video for you first, guys. There'll be subtitles on the YouTube video so that you can read what you're hearing, what you're listening to at the same time. And then I'm going to define a bunch of the different phrases and words that may be a little more difficult to understand in this video. So I'll put that at the end of the video. You can hear it and then listen and watch again and keep practicing your English. Enjoy.
Well, in some places it's been catastrophic.
I can't believe there hasn't been more lives lost. We had no warning, no indication that there was going to be this big a flood.
In a few weeks' time, this will be all forgotten about. And we'll be left here holding the cherry.
The same storm that battered Australia's east coast 2 weeks ago just flooded northwest Tasmania with the same ferocity.
Tasmania continues to endure major flooding.
Evacuations have begun in northern Tasmania.
4 people have died in the disaster.
Launceston City was largely saved by a levee bank that was only completed 8 months earlier. Whilst not everyone was untouched, the city had just averted a potential disaster. But at the same time, around 100 kilometres west on the Mersey River, a tragedy was unfolding.
We got a knock on the door at 20 past 2 on Monday morning from SES. It's time to evacuate. Like, it was up to the doors, but we thought we'd be right, and we came back to get some more stuff, but by the time we got back inside, it was coming in the doors and up through the floors. My name's James Cameron. We're in Twist Street, Latrobe, Tasmania. Well, this is what's left of the kids' room. Yeah. And then
almost every house on Twist Street was flooded.
Life to own your own home and to have it like this and to be homeless, so yeah, we just want to get in and fix it.
Senator Jackie Lambie was born and raised on the northwest coast of Tasmania. These floods have quite literally hit very close to home.
I drove around the northwest coast on Tuesday as soon as I could get out there, and I tell you what, it's pretty messy up there. So this is very, very difficult times for us, and I'm not sure what sort of package the government is going to offer, but I tell you what, we don't have days to wait. We need those packages and those offers in Tasmania, and we need them today.
Peter Skillen is the CEO of the Tasmanian Farmers and Growers Association.
We do know that we're talking damage in the tens of millions of dollars, perhaps even exceeding $100 million or more, just infrastructure alone. Fencing can run to $18,000 a kilometre. It's not a particularly big farm that can have 10 kilometres worth of fencing. Well, there's $180,000 before you start.
To many farmers, this flood couldn't have come at a worse time.
It's probably been one of the worst seasons we've ever had, as far as a really dry September, October, coupled with bad milk prices this year. It's and then topped off with this. It's been one of the worst years we probably ever have. My name's Luke Bloomfield. I'm a fourth generation dairy farmer on the Mersey Valley here at Kimberley. I had 500 cows in on Sunday. And I had 320 cows washed away on Sunday night. Yeah, and I've retrieved 120 to 130 of those cows back, so I've still lost about 180 cows, 190 cows, yeah. Oh, the herd's the biggest concern to me because the dairy cows aren't just like beef cows. You can't just go to sale yards and buy them. Like there's, 30 years of breeding, genetics.
So needless to say, every cow is worth saving, and Luke's father David has done his best to save the remaining herd.
They can't stand. They've been sort of half paralysed in the back legs. We're trying to give them every chance we can. Oh, this particular cow here, yes, I got to rescue her. When I got there, she was pretty angry with me. She wanted to kill me like she'd like to do now, because she's still not very happy with me. The cow that we saw in the barn, back at the farm, she was lodged in there amongst those two cows in there. Now you can see that cow with her udder up. She was resting her head on that cow's udder. It's a minor thing that I've saved one when the boys, they've saved 120. But just to save one cow, it just does make you feel a bit better,
Whilst saving cattle is a gruelling task, David says some of the damage caused by these floods could have been avoided.
We've got problems on this river that we shouldn't have. Engineers, sometimes they stagger me how they can't understand reality. Well, this is where the river came down through here, and she's torn out underneath the railway line there. But one of the other problems, when you've got stupid setups like this put in, when they do bust, it sends another big volume of water downstream. And things like this just shouldn't even be thought about putting in. Why would you put a weir across a river? To stop a river.
But regardless of the current situation, David says the show must go on.
I don't know if farmers are resilient or silly. They're one or the other, I could be sitting down on my sofa, sobbing and crying, and saying, look what's happened, right? It don't work like that. If you're going to fix it, fix it. If we go broke fixing it, we go broke fixing it.
I don't know where it's all going to end really. It's we just got to battle through and clean it up.
Well, it's either laugh or cry, really, isn't it? There's no good sitting down feeling sorry for yourself. Well, there's always someone worse off than you, so just get in and help each other out and stay busy and get on with it.
Oh, Tasmanians will bounce back. You can keep knocking them down, but they'll just keep getting straight back up, mate. That's their resilience. I love them.
And now I'll define some of the more difficult phrases in this video, guys. Lives lost. To lose one's life means to die. To be left holding the cherry. I'd never heard this before, but I think it pretty much means to be left holding the cherry, to be left here to clean up or to deal with the consequences of something that's happened. Unfolding. If something unfolds or to unfold, it means for something to have occurred or to occur, to take place, to happen. We'd be right. To be right means in this sense to be okay, to be all right, to be all good. To hit close to home or to hit very close to home. To hit close to home means for an event, a joke, an insult, or a story to end up being very personal or affect someone personally. Worth of. To be something worth of something is to be a quantity of something of a specified value. So if you have $5 worth of lollies, you're not talking about how many lollies you've got, the actual literal number. You're saying you spent $5 and that's the amount of lollies you've got. $5 worth of lollies. To come at a worse time. To come at a worse time, this means to not have been able to happen at a worse time. So to happen at the worst possible time. Coupled with means together with, paired with, alongside, at the same time as. Topped off with. To top it off or to top something off, it means to make it as good or as bad as it could possibly get. So to take something to its final extreme, whether it's good or bad. Needless to say. Needless to say means obviously, or it's so obvious that no one needs to say it, but. A grueling task. A grueling task is a physically and or mentally exhausting task, so something very difficult that takes a toll on you when you do it. To stagger me or staggers me. To stagger someone is to shock or surprise someone in this sense. She's torn out. She in this sense means it. And to tear out, or she's all torn out, she's torn out. To tear out means to rip up, to rip out, to pull apart. The show must go on. The show, i.e. show business, must go on. So this means that regardless of what happens, the show or things, it, something, whatever it is you're referring to, has to continue or has to persevere. To get on with it, to get on with something means to give your time to something and make it progress. So to finish a task, to finish the task at hand. And finally, to bounce back. To bounce back means to recover. So you can bounce back from something, you can recover from something.